Right, so the feeds from our tank are in place. Feed A, loo, basin. They're all being fed from the tank upstairs. In the loft. Oh, yeah, in the loft that's above the attic. And so now we're going to be first fixing from the pump into the bath and then over to the shower. That's the next phase. And also we're going to be first fixing heating. Things first, because we're going to put new flooring material down here, in the way that this is, we're going to feed the new flooring underneath here and put it on, I don't think you can see, this joist here. It's going to be underneath this wall into this joist. That's how we're going to do it. So we're going to cut these old planks back until they're just halfway on there, and that way it's going to make what we're doing with this pipework a little bit easier, because we'll be able to see what for drilling and stuff. And we'll have to probably pop a few of them up as well. But first things first, I'll probably get the fiend. And yeah, you see like what we've done here. We've cut them. I'll probably just come down with a straight edge all the way along. And that'll be a nice little fun venture. Oh, I did cut this. I thought I'd just drilled holes in this and plonked this on and done my soldering, but apparently I actually did this with slots, which is nice, so I can actually take that up. Bit dusty in here, what with all the grinding and stuff that's going on. This is why you leave the caps on the pump. You take them off, you know, Lord help you. And yeah. So let's, first of all, we'll get some, well, we don't need power because we've got power there, so let's get the fiend and get rolling. We cut it off here and put a socket on. We want 115 mil bend to end, one side, and coming out, well, coming out, it shouldn't matter too much, but we want more than that. We'll say that is 150. To bend that down, have it nice and straight and looking neat. Make sure that's alright. You want to feel the hoses before you make your pipework here. Make sure they're not really flat, kinked. You want to make sure they're nice and plump and they've got a bit of wiggle to them, because that'll help with the shock absorbance, the shock absorbing properties of them. It's rubber and a steel braid, so you want it kind of how it is. So yeah, we want it, yeah, about 150, 160. What was the first measurement again? Just got to be more than what it is as such. You want to leave plenty though, because you can't put a speed fit fitting on this curved bit. It won't hold water. Won't pass mustard. Right, we've got to take everything in there with us and head into the jungle. Trim into it. Yeah, I'm more inclined to do it that way just so we're not cutting off loads of pipe. Situation where you don't want a set of bad pipe slices. Imagine this spiralling. Now all this pipe work that's just been put in under the floor has to be redone, especially if you've got to cut it close down, or you've got to pray that there's enough there to get an extra fitting on and do what you want. And you can't always rely on that. This is where they either need to be well maintained. You see, speak of the devil and he shall appear. They either need to be well maintained or fucking good ones in the first place. What the fuck is going on here? What the fuck is it doing? Fortunately, I caught that early enough where it should be okay. Fine. The universe is looking out for us. But this trespass cannot be forgiven. That almost cost us a lot of time and a lot of money, and we cannot have a piece of equipment that will not toe the line. I took this apart just the other day, as you have seen me do on camera. Fix it up, get it ready, get it working. It cut just fine out there, but in here it just does not want to work when it counts. So we will be destroying this evil thing, getting a nice monument one. But anyway, I digress. Let's get on. It makes you want to heave and vomit, and it's nasty stuff. At least to me. Most people don't seem to mind it, but it doesn't agree with me. Don't know why. Don't care why. Just about see the remains of that pencil mark. There we go. That lines up, and if we try it, it does indeed sit nice and cushy. But we are not, absolutely do not, solder it with the flexis on, because you will be shot at dawn. Sparker will never work, but just for the sake of argument, actually we need to get the solder ready first, but then for the sake of argument, let's try it. It'll be the one time it does. No, it does not want to work. There we go, it's going. I've got a nasty bit there. Don't worry, I see it. I want to get the fucking thing watertight first though, thank you very much. Alright, now put that to one side. And with your brush, without setting fire to the floor, for fuck's sake. And it is as easy as that. Now we've got the obvious fire hazard to worry about. And try not to breathe any of this in either, this is dangerous too. Here's the feeds for the hot and cold. They're roughly on. Obviously we had the bath in here and we marked this. So yeah, that's looking good. The drill's probably going to burst into flames any minute, but you know, who cares? Let it burn. I'm just wondering if there's any reason why we can't feed our pipes along this one. Or maybe this one. Let's have a look, see what's down there, shall we? Before we make a decision. A whole load of wires compared to this one, where there is a whole load of nothing actually. Yeah, I think we'll come up this way and then just hop across these ones somehow. These ones aren't very deep though, and I'm middle of the joist. We'll check it. That one is about there. I mean, these are sitting mostly in notches and rather than holes. The deepest one I'm going to have to worry about is 2, and I am at least 3 or 4 down. Yeah, see, I'm 4 and 4 and a bit there. So we'll come along to here and then up, I think. And we'll have one go here and one go here. And I think that'll be nice. That'll be nice and tidy. Or we could have them both go through there, or wherever. It really matters. Let's cut another couple bits of pipe then. $100. 510, half a thousand is 500, half 500 is 250, 750, 10 makes it 75. So the middle of this wall is, give us a minute, let me try and find the appropriate marking instrument. 755. That's the middle of the wall, as according to maths, physics and the rest. We measure, to double check that, measure 755 there, and flip her over. First move the obstacles, flip her over, it should be 7, 5. 760 there, 755 there. Of course I was measuring it out here, which might be different again. That's 755. That's 755. No, that's 745, that's 755. And we've got a little bit to do. 7665. So if we call it 760, try that one. Now if we measure that one again, check it, 760. Yeah, I'm happy with that. 760. We ignore that. Get a spirit level, mark down. Actually just put it on and mark it around here. And then we've got to move this stuff and think about 15mm pipe, first fixing it and all that sort of thing. good solid brick wall as well. So let's work out now the measurements for the radiator. Where is my tape? There it is. And so we're measuring out for the pipe that we've got to first fix, right? So we don't want, it's not like mounting it, because we've got to do it the other way around. We've got to bring pipe up to it and then mount it, which is not the correct way, but it's the way you do it when the thing's being tiled and all that. So here we have it. This is the one as labelled such. And what we're going to do, we'll pop these on. Instead of guessing, saying it's about this, about that, you know, allow this for the valves. No. Don't do any of that. Guesswork is for suckers. We'll measure it off the 10, so it's a bit easier on our eyes. And we'll just have to remember to take 100 mil off. So that is, in fact, 800 centre to centre. You do that. It's 800 centre to centre. So the pipes need to be exactly 800 mil apart from the back plus the bracket. Remember that number, 800. It's important. Right. From the back. Why have we got them like that? Should we want to be mounted slim like that? Not like that, surely. That's not how we want to do them. And we'll see what it looks like when we get in there. Let's do this distance. So this middle point will be the same as this here, so that's what I'll go off. So that's slotted on, obviously the wrong way up because, you know, the radiator's upside down and that's hanging on the wall. So if we put that there and look along it like so, you can see putting the brackets the wrong way so they're sticking out, so it makes the rad stick out further. That brings it away from the wall 900, I'd say 85 mil. So if we have a look at what is 85 away from that wall, if there's like a wood joist or something in the way, which there is, we're going to have to readjust, aren't we? So 85 is right bang smack in the middle of that joist. That's where the pipe's got to come up. So we're not doing it that way. I ain't no fool trying to solder pipe or bend pipe and notch the joists and all that. No way. We can, well, we'd still have to go through the joist, but we could drill a nice neat hole, I'm sure. And that is and that is 65. Yeah, thereabouts. No, might be a bit more, a bit less, about 60, 65. Of course, if this was a new radiator, you'd have the sheet that comes with it and gives you all of these measurements. So you wouldn't have to actually do this at all. But, you know, it's a tangle web that we weave in life. You know, one day it's 1996 when you think you'll fit a new radiator, the next day it's 2016 and your grandson's fitting it. 65 is still in the joist, so whatever we do, we've got to cut this joist. There's no other way. We've got to notch it rather than drill through and come up. Although saying that, how I would solder in here is beyond me any rate. So that's what we've got to do. Now remember that other number we did, 800? Or 800 divided by 2, Let me see if I can remember how to do this. Yeah, 800, halfway in between it on the tape measures 4. Simple maths for simple people, eh? Alright. So obviously you do it halfway because this is the center, and that would be the middle of the radiator as well. We're not fitting it pissed on the wall. I checked, and apparently, you know, the bog is not going to interfere with this at all. So if it does, it's not my problem. I pointed out that fitting it further that way might have to be an option, but no bueno, no way, no how. It's going center of the wall because that is the established way of doing it. Now there's one, and here is going to be the other. Keep an eye on that mark, don't let it go off that line or else it'll be wrong. Now those are where our pipes should be poking up from the floor. What did we say, 65 or 85? What's better for the joist? If we do it 85, we could put a bend in it, like a pull bend, and we'd only have to notch halfway across, just to let that pull bend come up. Yeah, I think that's what we'll have to do. So we'll do that, and then once we get these pipes poking up, a bit of green flooring can go down here. Who'd have thought it? And we'll just take them. Shit, where shall I take them? I'll have to come along and then just down that way. Down where all those cables are, I think. And then we've got another one going on the wall there, which I don't have. So we'll just have to drill and take them through to here. It's as simple as that. Simple as that. Okay. Need the spirit level again. Get it on there. Get that bubble in the middle. Beautiful. It's not on the line though. There we go. Try that again. Beautiful. Well, it's not a nice high contrast green one, so it might not be beautiful, but look beautiful. No, that's fine, as far as I can make out with my eyes. You'll probably comment and say it looks funny because the lens on this camera is a fisheye one, so everything looks pissed. There we go, nice faint line to follow. See if we can't do something about that. This pen is supposed to be able to write on anything. And as bad as it would be to mark this with Sharpie permanent marker, I don't think it's going to come through the tiles. So I might actually do that at any rate. What's in here? More rubbish, eh? Lovely. I've never heard the tiler having to get angry because Sharpie permanent markers coming through his tiles. Though that would be pretty funny. Because, you know, being a plumber, I live to piss off decorators, carpenters, joiners, chippies, electricians, and tilers. You know, it's like the big war that we fight with everybody in this industry. There we go. So now the worst case scenario is I've got this completely arse about face, and when the pipes come up they don't meet the radiator and I'll have to put 2 little sets in them. But as I'll have to, you know, come onto them with a compression joint and put 2 bits of chrome on, I'm not going to worry about it too much because we're going to have lovely chrome pipes anyway. It's going to look fabulous. I want that a bit more prominent. That's not a line, that's just a gouge in the bloody shit, isn't it? Why can't it write on thistle hard wall? Why? pipes for rad. I'm a big fan of labelling things so you know what they are. And of course some idiot's gone and stuck that cold feed for the cistern in the way as well. So we're going to have lots of fun and game. Look at that, you couldn't even make that up. Look at that, where that wood is, where that, oh, it's beautiful. It's like, you know, we spent all that time filling in that notch just to take it out again. Right. Oh, I just had a horrible thought. My pipe bender, is on my bedroom floor. It's not here, is it? No. So, we've got yet more fun and games, haven't we? Okay, everybody. So, we've not got too much done this weekend. We've got most of the pipe fabrication done for the pump up to here. I'm not going to run any more pipe until this is done, really. And I know what shower I'm doing, and I've cut my slots into the wall for it and all that sort of thing. So, and the reason why I'm not going to start this yet is because I've still got the water capped off under test. I'm testing the hot side now. It's not moved much from 5 bar where I put it, but I'll leave it a day or so, let it make up its mind. Not that the pressure will ever reach 5 bar here because it's a gravity fed tank system, but I couldn't be asked to work out what 1.5 times the operating pressure was on a tank fed from so far above. It's 1 bar for every 10 meters, and it's probably that far above us actually, the height of this house. There's another floor above this, like a standing floor that you can walk around, and then it's up in the loft above that. So yeah, roughly ballparking it, this is like 5 times the pressure, so possibly more. So what we're going to do now is we're going to run a few of our pipes for the heating, and we've got them done. So now we've got to have a little mark up where the tower rail's got to go. And we've also done, you might notice, a little bit of clearing up, because I don't particularly like working in messy work environments. And I don't suppose anybody else does either. But I don't know, maybe I'm just strange like that. So, what we want is the centre. This, we've done careful scientific measuring, and this gap is going to be in between the basin, which is going to be hard on the corner, and the shower tray. And so, if we look, that's 465. I've allowed 460 mil. Always give yourself like a bit more than what you actually, always leave a bit more than what you actually think it is. Like, always work so that what you know is smaller. 465, we cut that, it's between 465 and 470. And if we cut that in half, that's more like 232 really. About there, 232, 234. Looks in the middle, doesn't it? Well, let's try it. That's 232 that way, and this is 231 and a bit, 231. Get that metal bit right on now. That's 235, so it's got to come towards us a little bit. It's got to be more like out there. And what is that? That's 233, and that is about 233. So this one's good enough, this top one. So what we'll do, So we'll take our old friend the spirit level and we'll mark the centre. Kind of a bit like what we did over there. Oh, wrong way. I want the one that doesn't rotate, everybody, for your information, because well, generally I just hate spirit levels that have that feature. I think it's fucking pointless. You know, what's the point? You're just going to end up having it slightly off straight and then thinking that's the straight one and then doing a load of work and then finding out that it's not. Having to rip it all out, start again, sort of thing. I don't particularly like this one. It's not very high contrast. Alright, let's have that. Let's have that over here as well, where it counts, where our pipe work is going to be. Let's get something sharp, score the plaster with. My space pen should do it. And it should try and leave a bit of an ink impression, but anyway, so that is our centre. And so, let's make sure it's right. It's going to pack up now. I've filled it with plant. No, it does. Comes back from the dead every time. Right. So that one there, centred. Easy enough, eh? So far. You just wait until we work out that we've got to get our pipes past that big fuck off bit of 2 inch. That'll be fun. So, here we go. Here's the towel rail. I already know what it is, but let's measure it so you can sort of do it with me. Point out if I've got it wrong at all. Let's prop you up against the Rothemberger here. Oh. I want one end open really, but I'm not sure which to open. Oh god. It's the problem when you have an appendage on your head that sticks out, it gets whacked. So there you go. What we're gonna do, alright. And that is 460. Oh wait, no, it's not. It's 360, isn't it? Because I've got to add 10, haven't I? If I've done it like that. If we do it like this, yeah, it's 360. 360mm wide. The towel rail itself is 400mm, so yeah. So our pipe centres are 360 exactly. Or 460. It's because that gap is only 460, and I had a little mini heart attack there. Right, so that's 460. Half, well, 360. Half of 360 is 180mm. And so, off your centre line, 180mm. Let's just do it down here. Closest to where the pipe's got to be. And 180mm again. About And those are the lines where our copper pipe has got to come. I like to label everything because, you know, this bathroom being a hobby project, you come back and you wonder what on earth all these hieroglyphs on the wall are for. It just saves the guesswork. Saves getting mixed up and confused and all the other stuff. But I think that's my lot today. I'm going to go home and have a Merry Christmas. And yeah, and then we'll start running some more pipe later on.